Hello, good evening.
Can't sleep. इसीलिए
Property dealing work in birth chart. How do we see property dealing work in birth chart? There has to be connection between 10th house of work with fourth house or Mars, Matra Karaka, fourth lord. Okay, there has to be some connection between them. Then we can say that there is a connection between someone's work and real estate matters. If Mars becomes someone's Atmakaraka or Amatkaraka, then it is like even more a possibility that he can have a property related work and all. Also like fourth lord. Okay, fourth lord in the second house or fourth lord becoming a Atmakaraka or Amatkaraka can also indicate that person is gaining money from real estate matters. Right. Is Dagda Lagna auspicious? What is Dagda Lagna? I don't know. I heard, but I don't know. You have to explain me. I love your life. Thank you. Subhash ji, good evening. Saturn in Jyeshtha Nakshatra Pada 2 for Virgo Ascendant. It is in the third house. Do your own business. You can have like lots of issues if you are working under others and all. Okay. Last week we missed you. Why you didn't come, sir? Same reason, sir. Consultations. Okay. Whenever I'm offline, means I'm not having these sessions. That means I have consultations going on. Is 10th house and the third house Maraka house for father in a native chart? Uh, Not 10th and third, it is like 11th and the fourth. Okay. Maraka houses are normally, my Maraka will be this second and seventh. So my father's Maraka will be 11th and the fourth. Okay. Second and seventh from the 10th house. Pranam. Pranam Sahil ji, how are you? Does our eyebrows represent Mars? Maybe, I don't know. Mars is a masculine planet, so if person has masculine features, we can say that it is represented by Mars. Okay. So I will say Mars may represent this rather than this thing representing Mars. Subhash ji, Atmakarka Venus in ninth house for Virgo ascendant. It is like in Taurus sign, very good for finance, wealth related work or higher education if the person is interested in. Dagda means burnt Rashi, some specific tithis when falls with some specific moon placement of Rashis. I'm not too sure. I have heard about it. Okay. But right now I cannot comment because I don't remember. Okay, what is it? Saturn Dharakaraka meaning like very either the person himself or his partner can be very detached in love, romance, and all, like very harsh type of partner. Okay, they will say rude things, they will do rude activities which may like impact others. Okay, so that type of, and also like relationship can be all about responsibilities, duties and responsibility, mutual duties and responsibilities. Okay. Right. Guruji, Tuesday and Saturday are allocated to Tamasic Grahas. Okay. But people refrain from eating Tamasic food, mainly non vegetarian food, strictly on these days only. Is it to keep tamas in control? I have no idea about it. It's Many people don't eat non-veg on Thursdays also. Okay, Thursday is Jupiter's day. So it depends on the belief of a person, what they want to believe and what they want to follow. Okay. Given a choice, person should never eat a tamasic food. Okay. Our food should be lighter and lighter, then it is better. Okay. Uh, but if people have choices, we cannot do anything about it, right? So I will not relate with eating non-veg on these days will have more impact on of tamas, or it will have less impact of tamas. Eat non-veg food or tamasic food, even like vegetarian food can be tamasic food if it is like too oily and too like spicy and all, that is also like tamas. So it is like having that type of food on any day will increase tamas energy. That's it. Okay. It is also like about how you feel after having food. Okay. Suppose you have a food and you feel energized by it. Okay, that is more rasic food. You have food and you feel sleepy. Okay, that is more tamasic food. You feel balanced, sattvic. Retrograde Saturn in seventh house for Taurus ascendant. It is good, not good. Sorry, it is difficult. Saturn in seventh house is Scorpio. This is like very difficult for relationship matters, because most difficult planet is in most difficult sign. Saturn in the seventh house is Scorpio. Toxic relationships. Considering muhurtas has any beneficial meaning, people consider it. Okay, people look for auspicious time and all. They feel that it is helpful. Okay, someone like me will not care. Okay, for me, every day is equally important and equally auspicious or equally inauspicious. Okay, when God has created something, it cannot be inauspicious. Fine, but if people want to follow it, again, it's their choice. Houses to be seen for death, second and seventh. Second and seventh from the Lagna. They are Maraka houses. Also, like you can check on website. There is like Marak Dasha series, and where I have written on all the articles on Marak Dashas as per every ascendant. That series may help you more. Obesity related with which planet? Jupiter. Jupiter is expansive planet. It is the biggest planet. Okay. So Jupiter also represents expansion of the physical body. Is retrograde benefic planet in Dushtana house gives good results later in life. Retrograde and Dushtana means 6, 8, 12, especially 6th house. It is also Upachya house. Okay. Retrograde planet also improves with time. Upachya houses also improve with time. So later in life, person can get better result, but in initial life they can have some troubles balancing the energy of that planet. Eighth house is also related to death. Uh, Eighth house is related to death and rebirth or death like circumstances. Getting into those circumstances where you feel like you are dying, or you feel like it is better to die than face this type of circumstances. Eighth house represents that. Okay. So second and seventh bring death. Eighth brings death like circumstances. Like circumstances. It is not death. Another way of looking at it, eighth house is death and rebirth. Okay, it brings the rebirth also of a person. Okay, so that is also important. Person goes through a troublesome time period and he comes back. Venus combust and in Papkartri yoga in a male chart. Venus combust, and in Pap Katri Yoga, yeah, relationship will be difficult, right? Ego conflicts in relationship and all, so that will be a big issue. So there they need to take care. Annie, how are you? And the seventh house represents all relationships. Some say first house, first seven, second is second house, which is you attract similar kind of person. Okay, seventh house is other people you meet in your life. Okay, other people whom you meet in your life, that is seen from this seventh house. So even your second partner or third partner is also like this coming from other people. So seventh house for me, seventh house is always like the most important one in any number of relationship. Okay, now the like flavor can change, flavor of relationship can change because of change of your criteria. Suppose someone gets married for the first time, they may have like very different criteria from a person who is getting married for the third time, second time or third time. They may have completely different criteria. This is where the change happens. Okay. Hi Gloria, how are you? Happy birthday to all the Virgos. Great. So all the Virgos are giving party today. If Jupiter is expansion, also Saturn restrictive constriction aspects on Lagna physical body due to malefic winds. The conjunction is the person slim or obese. Initially slim, later in life obese. Okay, Saturn will have its impact. For a wife, seventh lord of Venus, which is more important. Um, Venus is our natural ability to sustain a relationship. Okay, understand it like this. Venus, it represents relationship on its own. For a guy, girl, both. So Venus is your ability to sustain or carry a relationship, whichever relationship it is. It may be like father-son relationship. It may be a relationship between siblings. Where it may be relationship between like two friends also. That is also relating with each other. Okay. So person may like a person's ability to sustain a relationship is seen from Venus position and dignity. Okay, if Venus is strong, that means person may be more cooperative, more adjusting and accommodative in the relationship. If Venus is weak, maybe person is not that accommodative. Maybe if Venus is weak, then they may get into conflicts time and again. So that is Venus. Seventh Lord is the kind of person who may come into your life. Okay. The planet which is ruling your seventh house is the kind of person you may get attracted towards it. If Mars is my seventh Lord, that then I may attract towards like very Martian personalities. Okay, soldier type, strong physique and athletic and all that. That can be the case. So if Jupiter is seventh lord, I may be attracted towards very knowledgeable person. Okay, then the physical body is not that important. Knowledge of person is more important. So this is where the things can change. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. You said right, sir, but why initially slim and later on obese? Because Saturn rules the show. Saturn matures after 30-35 years of age, and till 35 years of age, person will be under the impact of Saturn, and then Jupiter will start its impact. When our solar return happens, what should we look out for transit wise to predict the new year? My way of predicting the annual thing is a little different. I don't follow this solar return and all. I will I will take person's dashas. Okay, what dasha he is going through, what transits he is going through as per his ascendant. Okay, so what like dashas are activating what houses and which planets. So those results plus transit results. If something is aligned, like something is activating by the dasha and transit both. Suppose someone's 11th house is getting activated through dasha also, and majority of transiting planets are also impacting 11th house. Now 11th house represents rewards, recognitions, and promotions and all bonus. So the person can have these type of benefits coming to him. Okay, it is also house of your relocation, and all person may relocate. So I like to see this way. I don't follow this solar return concept or making the chart of the day of your birthday in like that month. I don't follow that. I look at the dasha and the transits for the coming year. That's it. Should we see planetary placement from Rashi chart or Bhavchali chart? I follow Rashi chart or ascendant to be like very clear, Lagna. Okay. Because all other charts are coming out of Rashi or Lagna chart only. If you don't have a Lagna chart, you cannot even make other charts. That's it. Uh, Namaste, George. Welcome, Gloria. Is Dasha Sandhi a very confusing time period, and do people feel lost minded and depressed? I won't say confusing time period, it can be a transformative time period, because one Mahadasha is ending, another Mahadasha is coming. So, this Sandhi period brings the necessary changes in life. Okay, so person going through like sandhi period, he will see certain changes coming into his life. That okay, fine, uh, new things are coming up which will help him in this next dasha, next mahadasha. Like again, if I bring my example, my Rahu Dasha was ending in 2011, 2010. Okay, or actually 2011. So my Sandhi period was Rahu Mars. Rahu Mars was in 2010, and it started bringing the events which I see now. Now I can understand those events were very necessary for me in from 2011 onwards in my Jupiter Dasha. So Mars Antardasha started bringing those events which were setting up the stage for Jupiter Mahadasha. So it I won't say it is confusing time period. It is like time period of transformation, changes. Okay, lots of changes can come up. The only thing person should be receptive about is to like be receptive towards the changes. Don't resist the change, flow with the change, and you will reach. Okay, so the biggest mistake we do is to like avoid, restrict or avoid or resist the change. Okay, don't resist it. Yes, any further question? Oof. We had good audience today. Is the three Kendra lords are together in a Kendra? uh, if three Kendra lords are together in Kendra, how do we interpret it? This is Raj Yoga. Three Kendra lords together in a Kendra house. This is like big Raj Yoga. And now it depends on what are the planets involved. If like malefic planets are involved, then Raj Yoga's result are coming with delay, hard work, perseverance. If benefic planets are involved, then maybe the result may come with a little bit ease, okay, without much effort. So this is where the difference may come, malefic or benefic. But this is like a big Raj Yoga. Okay. Rahu Mahadasha to Jupiter Mahadasha changing. Dasha Sandhi, please explain. I just explained Mercury plus Jupiter conjunction. Okay. Just go back into the recording. I just explained 5 minutes back. My Rahu Mars Dasha, the kind of events it brought, and they set up the stage for Jupiter Mahadasha, and that set up the stage for what I am doing right now. Okay, like I got my first job in Rahu Mars Dasha. From that job, I got a better job in like Jupiter Saturn Dasha. After about 2.5 years, from that job, I came into this work, astrology and all. So we can see that the first job which came in Rahu Mars Dasha was very much necessary to what I am doing right now. Okay, so this is the thing. If seventh lord is moon, okay, native look for caring, nourishing life partner, then good looking. Yeah, we can say so. The priority can be of like very much mother like partner. Okay. Mm, did you experience turmoils during Rahu to Jupiter Dasha something? No, I didn't. Turmoils, as I said, it was changing time period and I was receptive towards the change. Now this is where it is important. Things were changing, as I said, like in Rahu Mars Dasha. If Rahu Mars Dasha is like this brought the first job. Okay, now if I had not accepted that job, because of that job I had to change many other things in my life. I had to change my location, I had to shift my family at a new place. Suppose I was like resisting, suppose I was thinking, oh, why to go there and all that. Okay, so this is where the person should be receptive towards the change. If I had not been receptive, then that time might have brought turmoils. Okay, so be receptive towards the change. Okay, if your sandhi period is bringing some events which are of transformative nature, just be receptive towards transformation. You will reach right place. For Scorpio ascendant dasha, for Scorpio ascendant dasha sandhi before Jupiter dasha, or 2 years if Jupiter, if Dasha is starting. Yeah, that's what I was telling. I am a Scorpio ascendant. I just talked about Rahu, Mars, and Jupiter. Only thing I will again advise is to just be receptive towards the change. Flow with the change. You will reach. If Jupiter, if Jupiter is functional malefic, okay, eighth lord, then still its aspect do good to planets houses. uh, it is still do good to plan. It is just like a functional malefic just because of eighth lord. So it doesn't mean that it is all bad. Okay, person has to be receptive. Person has to be receptive towards the changes of eighth house. Also, last final thing is Jupiter's dignity, how Jupiter is placed in the chart. Okay, if Jupiter is eighth lord and it is placed well, it is like exalted or it is own sign and all, then it is fine. Even if it is eighth lord, it is not going to impact you much. Okay, so this is the thing. But overall, like Jupiter's dignity is important. Okay. Just because it is like functional malefic or it is eighth lord, it is not all bad. Uh, One or the other planet will be eighth lord for you or for everyone. Osho had Jupiter as eighth lord, but Jupiter was exalted in his chart in Cancer sign. This shows like person can have like lots of benefits from his speech, his knowledge sharing and all. Are you Indian? I consider I belong to the existence. If yes, please speak Hindi. And your name is written in English. Great, thank you. Uh, how long after entering in Jupiter Dasha did you start getting positive results? Simultaneously, I will say. Like I entered into Jupiter Dasha in February 2000. 11, and March 2011 I got like confirmed in that job, okay, which I got in Rahu Mars Dasha. My probation period was over. I was like permanent employee, okay, so within 1 month, okay, so I would say simultaneously. Namaste. As per Lal Kitab, when Saturn and Venus conjunct in good sign, Ketu is treated as exalted. I could not understand. Lal Kitab, when Saturn and Venus conjunct in good sign, let's say Saturn, Venus are in Libra. Why Ketu is treated as exalted? I have no idea. I don't know much about Lal Kitab, so I should not be commenting. Thank you. If Mercury is in Libra in 12 month and sorry 12th house, if Mercury is in Libra in 12th house and Venus is in Virgo in 11th house, does native have prospect abroad? And is this exchange good? This is good exchange, but not in relationship matter because Venus is still like debilitated in 11th house. Okay, so for relationship matter, it doesn't look very good, but for gains from foreign lands and all, that is fine. Okay, person can also be like skillful and creative, so they can travel and uh, gain from the abroad. Gunjanji, what can be the effects of transiting Ketu in fourth house and Rahu in 10th house? Person can be like more career driven in this time period. Okay, person can be like more looking for career achievements, recognition, work. Okay, they can be more work oriented. Okay, that is possibility. Ketu in the fourth house can make them feel separated from their mother, from homeland. They can relocate to a place. If they have property, there is a possibility of selling off that property. This is very generic result. I don't know about the person's dasha and all, person's whole chart, but I'm just giving you the very generic result of Ketu transiting fourth house and Rahu transiting 10th house. How do you think the node switch to Ketu in Virgo will affect Virgos? I am Virgo Sun Mercury. So suppose like if I talk about Virgo ascendant, okay, first Virgo ascendant and Ketu transiting there in ascendant. What happens when Ketu transits into ascendant is like person feels disconnected. Person feels disconnected from almost every area of life. Okay, so they don't want like to interact with many people. They want to be left alone. Okay, they may not be very active on social media also. Okay, so this brings the change of like spiritual nature, or person wants to be like involved into meditation and spirituality, these kind of things. That is what I'm saying about Ketu in first house Virgo. Now you are talking about Ketu transiting over Sun Mercury in Virgo. This can be an excellent time period to perfect their work. Okay, Sun is career, Mercury is exalted in Virgo. Virgo is the sign of perfection, and Ketu is research. Okay, digging deep, how much I can perfect my work, how deep I can go to research further and perfect my work. So person is again left alone in researching this time for doing better in his work, and that is what Ketu in Virgo over Sun Mercury. It also represents person should be like taking care of his health, his father's health. Also, they can have like ego issues, ego conflicts with their authority figures, because Sun also represents that. Signing off their property means, what do you mean? Signing off their property, selling off. I said selling off that property. Okay. If Ketu is transiting fourth house, then it can bring, sorry, it can bring kind of like opportunities where they can sell off their property. Okay. So that is one of the result. What about Ketu in Capricorn and fourth house? Similar results, they can have issues like issues with their home life, mother, and dissatisfactions there. Gloria, so true. My 11th is all activated by this and Sandasha. Writing a lot about health research. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. 8th Lord Moon in 4th house, Pisces. In Sagittarius Ascendant, Jupiter in the 7th house. Should we consider it Gaj Kesri Yoga or not? As Moon is functional malefic for this. Understand functional malefic in a way I understand it. I am not saying it is the only way. It is the way I understand. Functional malefic is a planet which rules either of your Dushtana houses with its Mool Trikon sign. Okay, like planet rules either your sixth house, eighth house, or 12th house with its Mool Trikon sign. Like in this case, Moon rules eighth house Cancer. Great. Moon is functional malefic. Now, which house is making Moon functional malefic here? Eighth house. So the person will get the functional malefic result of Moon only in eighth house related matters. For other houses, Moon remains a benefic planet. Functional malefic, pay attention to this word, functional malefic. It is functioning as a malefic just because of that house, for that house related matters. So, eighth house related matters, it is functioning as a malefic planet. For whole of the chart, it is still a benefic planet, especially when it is sitting in the fourth house. Pisces owns like friendly sign and all, making all kind of yogas. Then it shows like it is in very strong dignity. So even if the person gets some malefic results because of eighth lordship, he will still have some gains coming out of it. It all like very clearly shows someone can have like gains from inheritance in matters of like real estate. Eighth lord coming into the fourth house and in good dignity. Inheritance, eighth house, fourth house is real estate. Someone can have gains from real estate in inheritance. Okay. So this is the thing. Like functional malefic result will be only of that house which is making it malefic. Not for other houses, it remains a benefic planet. Moon remains a benefic planet. So Gach Kesari Yoga is still working. Ketu in Virgo means native can prefer research. Ketu in Capricorn means what? Ketu in Capricorn means like person may not be very much inclined towards gaining authority and recognition. Okay. Okay. Capricorn is the house of sign of authority and recognition. Ketu is separation. They feel that there is no need to boss around anyone, and they don't like anyone else to boss around them. Okay, that is the kind of result Ketu in Capricorn can bring. Saturn is karmic planet like this Venus is. Every planet is karmic planet. We take birth because of karma only. I have Ketu in Capricorn natally. Okay, great. I have Ketu in Aquarius. Okay, so that is the thing. In which house you have Ketu, Gloria? She has replied. Anyways, um, it is, yeah, if Jupiter is functional malefic, does it affect relationship with elder sibling also as it's Lord of 11th house. I just explained the concept of functional malefic. The malefic result will be mainly of the house which is making it functional malefic. So, 8th house related results can be impacted by Jupiter, but not 11th house. 11th house is not making Jupiter functional malefic here, but largely depends on Jupiter's dignity. If Jupiter is weak in dignity, sign based dignity, then obviously troublesome. If Jupiter is strong, then obviously like person will have some better results. That is it. Then is it common for a planet to be in the same house in all the divisional charts? I have Sun in first house in almost all the divisional charts and same in the natal chart. Uh, I have Moon in Taurus in all the divisional charts, in majority of my division charts. So sign wise, I can say, okay, like I can refer to my own chart. Like Moon is in Taurus in D1, D9, D10, and all. So majority of my divisional charts have Moon in Taurus. So it is not common. I won't say it is common, but it can happen. Third, I am very detached from my family. They are unkind. I feel Rahu, Cancer, Ketu, Capricorn axis tells us to express our emotions more and be less materially bound. Great, thank you. Thank you, sir, for clearing my doubt. In which house your Jupiter natally Gloria? Sixth house in Aries, a Scorpio Lagna. I have Moon, Saturn, Jupiter there. Right. Atish, Aries ascendant. Aries ascendant, Moon in 11th, Saturn, Sun in the 7th, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in the 8th, Mars, Jupiter in the 9th. I am running Mercury Dasha. How will peak phase of Saraswati go? Go on to the playlist section, and there is a specific video on Saraswati. Watch that. It is like 1.5 hour long video. I cannot narrate all that here. Okay, so do this much of effort. Go into playlist section on Saturn videos, Saturn related videos. There you will find Saraswati video. Second Lord in sixth house of conflicts and disputes. So I think due to this you are feeling like about your family. Great. In case people have questions for me, let me know. Mm, right, 40 minutes. We still have some time in case people want to ask. My chart name backs that up. It's okay. I accepted it. My life is about service and helping people with their health and spiritual matters. Got a career reading from Swami. Supported that. Great. Yeah, I remember now. Okay. Mm, Karan, date of birth is so and so, student Karan Narwal. ओके, करियर कैसा होगा, बहुत टेंशन है, अब्रॉड स्टडीज के लिए जाना है पर बाधाएं आ रही हैं, प्लीज Uh, please apply for consultation from astrologer of your choice. This is not the place of where I can give a proper consultation. A normal career consultation takes at least 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hours. I cannot give all of the time on one chart. So I don't say apply from me, apply from any astrologer of your chart. How much you charge for career consultation as per now? It depends on the chart, it depends on the work involved. As I said, it takes largely like 1 to 1.5 hours. So it will be around $50 USD, so around 3,000 rupees uh, max. Uh, good evening, Dheeraj. How are you? How do we make the best of notes with Venus? How do we make the best of notes with Venus? Get yourself involved into Venusian activities, finance, creativity, or service and devotion. That is the best possibility. Okay. Like if someone has Ketu Venus conjunction in Libra or Ketu Venus conjunction in Taurus, any financial nature of research or creative research can bring good result. If someone has Rahu Venus conjunction in Virgo, let's say, okay, so again, like very good for financial and creative perfection, okay. So then that's where they should follow. If it is in Sagittarius or Pisces sign, then like more of a spiritual nature, okay, they should focus on that. So whichever sign it is falling in, get into that type of activity or Venusian activity. Okay. I can say like when I have full uh, planetary position, like if Ketu is with Venus or Rahu is with Venus, like if Rahu Venus are in Cancer, let's say, okay. So Cancer is the sign of emotions, okay, nourishing and taking care of people and all. So person should be nourishing and taking care of people and serving them. That should be like priority of the person with Rahu Venus in Cancer. Sixth house for enemies. I am a Gemini ascendant, so Scorpio is in sixth house. But two of my closest friends are Scorpio ascendant only. Isn't it contradictory? No, it is not contradictory. Just wait. Just wait for some time to pass. And one day, suddenly, all of a sudden, okay, that friendship will close. That's it. I hope not. I wish not. But then this is what usually happens with 6-8, and especially like Gemini Scorpio. Uh, it is like Gemini is ruled by Mercury, my Scorpio is ruled by Mars. They are like great enemies, Mercury and Mars. So it is like that sudden event. Scorpio is sudden event. Okay, 6-8 relationship. So everything is going fine and all. One day one person said something, other person felt so bad. From next day they didn't even talk to each other, and no one tried to reconcile. Neither this person nor that person. It happened with me like few times with Gemini people. Okay, that we were good friends and then suddenly communication is stopped and no one ever tried to reconcile. That's it. So don't make a judgment as of now that you have two best friends as scorpions. Just wait. If a native has Mercury as Atma Karaka, can he be a good dancer? Dance is related with Venus mainly, creativity. Also, it is related with Jupiter and 12th house. So, if 12th house, 12th Lord, or Jupiter or Venus are someone's. Atmakarka, Amatmakarka, then there is a better possibility. But largely it depends on the whole chart. Did you write blog on the Rahu on Pisces and Ketu in Virgo, the coming transits? Like to hear about this transit. Yeah, so those articles are posted. Just check on website. What about Libra Ascendant and Capricorn Ascendant partnership? It is 410 relationship. Okay. Capricorn falls fourth from Libra, Libra falls 10th from Capricorn. So it is like 410 relationship. One person is activating fourth house, another person is activating 10th house, both houses of work. So this partnership is much about work. Okay, much about work and mutual duties and responsibilities in life. Right. Okay. So this like Libra Capricorn association, sorry, Libra Capricorn association is more about like work responsibilities, duties, and all. As Capricorn ascendant is fourth Kendra Sthan from Libra, how this favorite? I just covered. If they are committed to their respective responsibilities. Suppose there is a guy and a girl, they are in love with each other, they are in relationship with each other, and they are one is Libra ascendant, one is Capricorn ascendant. Now, in this case, like whatever responsibilities they decide for themselves, okay. Guy says, "This is my responsibility in relationship. This is your responsibility in relationship," and they both agree to it. Now, the relationship will sustain as long as they are loyal to their mutual responsibilities. One person falls apart from the responsibility, the relationship falls apart. Okay, that's it. If Rahu crossed degrees of Mercury or Rahu chasing Mercury, what will be the difference in its interpretation? Not much. I will not pay that much attention if Rahu is before Mercury or Rahu is after Mercury. Okay. I don't think that it will make much of difference. Basically, Rahu Mercury are together, a person will get Rahu Mercury results. Right. We have 10 more minutes. What do you especially feel regarding this session, sir, than previous session? Nothing. Just the location is different. I am in different room. That's it. Nothing more than that. Also, like there are more people. Like average is around 10 people joining audience. For me, I'm used to that much people joining the session. Today it is like reached up to 2025 also, which is surprising for me. Mm, It's fine, no issues. Hi Samira, how are you? Hello sir. So in Dasha or Antardasha predictions, what to consider in a particular planet, planet replacement, house lords, aspects, significant. Okay, so this is the hierarchy of the Dasha results. Okay, hierarchy means going to reduced order. Like as I go down, it means that results will be minimizing and minimizing further. First result is always of Karaka. Suppose someone is starting Jupiter Dasha. Okay. Karaka result, first of all, because Karaka is something which that planet represents on itself. It doesn't depend on the house or sign placement. Jupiter represents knowledge, higher education, religion, philosophy, literature, spirituality on itself. In any house, in any sign, Jupiter represents that. So, first result is always of Karaka. Second result is house lord. Whichever house Jupiter rules in that chart. Okay, that will be the second result. Intensity will be lesser and lesser now. Okay, so highest intensity is of Karaka. Second level is house lord. Third is where Jupiter is sitting. Fourth is Jupiter's nakshatras. Jupiter rules over Vishakha, Punarvasu, and Purubhadra. So, if person has any planet in these three nakshatra, those planets will also be active. Jupiter's nakshatra. Suppose Jupiter is in Taurus sign in Kritika nakshatra. So, Kritika's Lord Sun will also be active. Kritika representations will also give the result. Conjunction, aspect, okay, these things are important. Then there is something called dasha pravesh. So suppose someone is starting Jupiter dasha today. Okay, Jupiter dasha today, so like today Jupiter is in Aries sign. Although that person may have Jupiter in Taurus sign, he will get additional result of the house where Jupiter is transiting today for the whole of the Jupiter dasha. For all the 16 years, he will get additional result of that particular house where Jupiter is transiting today when the dasha begins. Okay. So this is the hierarchy of the result. Highest is this one, like Karaka. Lowest can be like aspects and all. Debilitation and Parivartan of Moon and Mars. Not much beneficial because Parivartan of Moon and Mars, it can help in like professions like mysticism or research oriented professions. Someone is in psychology. Ramdas had it. Okay, Ramdas, if you know Baba, Neem Karoli Baba's disciple. So he had this Moon Mars exchange, Moon in Scorpio, Mars in Cancer. He was a psychologist. Later came into like a cult mystical field, a spiritual field. So for these matters, it is good parivartan, but largely it is not good because Moon and Mars don't share anything between each other. Moon is all receptive. Moon wants to accommodate. Moon wants to like be flexible, and Mars is all about dominance and control. Okay, so that is why it is not a like very beneficial parivartan. But as I said, in like research oriented matters in psychology or occult matters, it can be helpful. If a native got job during his Mars Mahadasha, Moon Antardasha during his Rahu Mahadasha, Rahu Mahadasha, whether he want to choose another job. He has Venus Rahu. Uh, Rahu in 10th house Cancer native. He can, no issues. Whenever like 5th and ninth get activated, he can like leave his current job and join another job. When four or more planets combine in a house, how does give a final result, sir, in a house? दस ग्रह का कारक तत्व कारक तत्व नक्षत्र of them sign placed. And uh, uh, if you go in website and check the chart of Jim Carrey, okay, I have written like few articles on stellium, how to read stellium. Okay, those articles will be helpful because it is a long discussion I cannot cover here. So those articles will be helpful. Plus, like chart of Osho, he had like five planets in eighth house Sagittarius. Jim Carrey had five or six planets in fourth house Capricorn. So those articles will be helpful to you of uh, understanding how to interpret a stellium. Big conjunctions mean that house energy is the focus of our life, right? Okay. So when like continuing with the earlier question, so when three or four more planets are sitting in one house, that house related things will always be like focus. You will always involve yourself into activities related with that house because you may be going through one dasha or the other dasha. This one house will always be active for you. Did you study Rajamouli director's chart? No, I didn't. If planet is in eighth lord nakshatra, then eighth house results will also be there. Right, it will be there. Eighth lord nakshatra. It is more important to see where the that eighth lord is sitting. Okay, that house result will be more prominent rather than eighth lord result, eighth house result. Jupiter Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha, what can be the result of this phase with Jupiter in the sixth house and Rahu in the fifth house? Jupiter Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha. So Jupiter Dasha is ending and Saturn Dasha is beginning. Focus on your education, then it will be better. Also, research oriented education, if you are interested in like this occult mysticism, that can also be the way. Psychology can also be like one of the interest area of interest. Jupiter Rahu can make you unconventional, can make this person unconventional in his ways. He can have like very unconventional ways of approaching things in life, very unconventional belief systems and all. So that's where the results can be. But largely, just take extra care of health because Jupiter is in the sixth house and Saturn Dasha is coming. The main problem is that our main indication is that after Jupiter Rahu, Saturn is coming. So Saturn is largely a planet of health issues and all and difficulties, misery. So just be extra careful from now onwards in your health. It will be better if the person starts considering himself into a Saturn Dasha. Don't consider yourself in Jupiter Rahu. Start considering that you are in Saturn Dasha already and start working accordingly. Then the transition will be easy. If a planet is in 8th Lord Nakshatra, then 8th house results will also be there. Right? I said. Okay. But largely, like where that 8th Lord is sitting, that position is more important than 8th house. Does retrograde planet give results of previous house in both transit or natal retrograde planet? If a retrograde planet in fourth house, does it give third house? I don't follow these logics because they will open a Pandora box for you. So it is better not to confuse yourself. Just take the houses as is. Okay, wherever like planet is sitting, just consider the how a planet is there and giving you results of that particular house or sign. That's it. If you add these concepts later, earlier house or subsequent house, you will be in a mess unnecessarily. Okay, I think we are done. Thank you. Any further question, or we can close for the day?